Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the James Madison Dukes, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Dukes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And they make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll pull it down. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's 4th down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
For this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got the back over the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Knight. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
It's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide receivers now. They do so much work in practice now with the wide receiver group, and you can see it there. Sells like he's going outside, sticks his foot in the ground, angles to the middle of the field. Quarterback finds him for the first down.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you got to worry about him in the running game, and there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Offense working from the pistol. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Dukes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Man, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Past the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
James Madison, 14, Kansas, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Back to pass, it's Daniels. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, James Madison. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points, so it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, going to the air. Scrambling away. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Wide receiver shows motion. Gonna run it. It's Neal. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Caught near the sideline, it's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next down.
Gets it out quickly. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
42, Spider. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half and you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too far.
Brings it down on the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Through the air, it's Barnett. Hums it downfield. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Makes the grab. Got enough space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
James Madison, 28. Kansas, 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Unloads to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Going for it all. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Lets it fly. Working on the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. On 1st and 10 from the 38. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. He breaks the tackle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It's caught. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. He wants to throw. Floating away. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's going to pass on second down. He'll try to do it himself. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to take off. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one, and he wasn't able to do that.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Deep shot for the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go. With anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Keeps looking downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Swings it out to his running back. Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Daniels. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David His best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! And the pummeling has started.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by just 2 to Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes a connection. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Jayhawks in the hurry-up.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37.
29 Philly.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, James Madison, 45, Kansas, 7.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Is that a secret? We've been calling his name all day. Clutch situation around midfield. You need a 1st down, you give it to him. Nice job running the football physically, getting the 1st down.
And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws another interception. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Dukes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll try it on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Firing to the right, complete. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Skinner. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your play, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Forced out of the pocket. Still running at the 40. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, Dave. The Jimmies and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense.
And the ball is intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff.
He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Dropping back, it's Barnett. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Buys a little time. Touchdown, James Madison. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Kansas, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. Now adjusting. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.